Hello dear student, how are you all? So welcome back to our English class. Here we have the grammar portion which is subject and verb agreement. So student, what did you understood from subject, verb, agreement? Okay, which you have seen in the previous video. Do you know the subject? Every sentence have one subject, two subject or plenty number of subject. A subject can be a common or subject can be a singular or subject can be a plural. Then every sentence will have a verb. Do you know the verb? Verb is a action. Any activity can be well said verb. Okay. The verb can be a singular and verb can be plural. Okay. So in the sentence there you will find the subject and the verb. So there should be a correlation in between the subject and the verb. So subject should be a best friend of verb and verb should be a best friend of subject. When there is a friendship in between both of them, then there is an agreement. What it is? It is a agreement in between subject and verb. Okay, this is what we have learned in the previous video, and we have discussed some rules of subject and verb agreement. How many rules? Yes, you are right, 12 rules, and I hope every rules should be written there in your notebook, and everyone have written all the rules in your notebook. I hope so. And what is a basic rule? Yes, the basic rule of subject and verb agreement is this. Okay, the whole subject and verb agreement is depended on this basic rule. What it is? Singular subject must have singular verbs and plural subjects take plural verbs. So it is a very most important and a basic rule of subject and verb agreement. So student, again recall about the previous video. Why subject and verb is so important in English grammar? So student, tell me one thing. If you want to tell something to someone, you should need a proper sentence. You should need a meaningful sentence. So what you want to say, it should be very clarified to someone in a good sentence, in a correct sentence. Yes or no? A correct sentence means okay, grammatically corrected. There shouldn't be any error or mistakes grammatically or spelling. If there is no spelling and grammatical errors or mistake, then that particular sentence is called subject and verb agreement. So there is an agreement in between subject and the verb. That's why the whole sentence is perfect one. So for making the sentence correct one, there should be a singular subject must have singular verb and plural subject take plural verbs. Okay, this is what we have discussed yesterday. So student, let's quickly revise and see okay the slides of the first 12 rules. See this one. So here we were in the previous class, rules on subject and verb agreement. So this is our first rule, what we have seen. This is our second rule, what we have learned. This is our third rule. Yes, and about this we discussed in the previous class. This is a fourth rule, and this is a fifth rule. This is sixth rule. This is seventh rule. This is eighth rule. This is ninth rule. This is 10th rule. Okay, and this is a 11th rule, and finally this is a 12th rule. What is a 12th rule? What we have discussed yesterday. When the amount of money refers to separate units, the verb is plural. For example, here we have given 25 centavo coins were found. So the amount is 25 and its currency is centavo. Okay, then coins is here in the form of plural subject. Then which verb we have to use according to the rule? Yes, verb is plural. So where is here plural? Fine. Another 60, 100 peso bills. Where is here in the form of plural? Where is a verb? So added to the budget. Okay, this is what the 12th rule says. So student, let's begin with another rule, which is 13th. So this video begins with which rule? Rule number 13th. Okay, so what the rule number 13th says here, the following words are always plural. What are these words? Pants, trousers, pliers, scissors, shears, tongs. So we should take care about these words. However, if the word pair is used, the verb is singular. Okay, you have a habit of using one pair of shoes, two pair of dresses, three pair of chocolates, okay, five pair of bookies. So you have a habit of saying the pair or one pair of a friend circle. So you used to say. But whenever the word pair is used, with this we have to use the verb which is singular. For example, the pants are torn into two. The pair of scissors was placed on the table. So the pair of scissors. So pair is used here in the sentence. Scissor is in the form of plural verb. So with the plural subject, what we have used? Singular verb. See, according to this, the following words are always plural. This one, scissors. So with this we have to use the verb in singular. See, was is singular. Placed on the table. Understood? About the rule number 13th. Now let's begin about the 14th. The rule number 14. The rule number 14 says here, certain nouns, though plural in form, are singular in meaning and therefore take singular verbs. Read it out again. Certain nouns, there were many nouns, though they are plural in form. Okay, they are plural in form, are singular in meaning. Okay, they are plural in sense, but their meaning is singular and therefore take singular verbs. Then what they will take? They take singular verbs. So student, let's begin with the example based on this rule. Examples: mathematics is my favorite subject. So the mathematics, okay, which form it is? It is plural because s is used here and the meaning is singular. But which form of the verb here we have to use? Singular verb. Which verb? Singular verb. My favorite subject. Okay, another example: the latest news is alarming to the public. Which news? Latest news. Okay, news is in the form of plural. Okay, plural, but the meaning is singular, and with the singular meaning with plural subject, then which form of the verb we should use here? Singular verb. See, according to this rule, singular verb. So is singular verb, alarming to the public. So this is what the 14th rule says here. Now let's begin with the 15th rule. Yes, rule number 15th. When the word is preceded by a, it takes a plural verb. When it is preceded by the, it takes a singular verb. So what rule number 15 says? When the word, any word, is preceded, okay, by a, which begins with the letter a, okay, preceded. When the a letter comes in front of it, it takes a plural verb, then it takes plural verb. When it is preceded by they, it takes a singular verb. See student, in the examples. A number of students are waiting outside. A number of students are waiting outside. So here a is coming in front of number. Then which form of the verb we have to use? Plural verb. Where plural verb is used here? Here. Are waiting outside. The number of students outside is not recorded yet. Okay. The is used here in front of the number. Then which form of the verb we have to use? Okay. When it is preceded by the, it takes a singular verb. See, where is the singular verb? Is a singular verb. Understood? What this rule says, in the same manner we have some examples, okay, based on it. So student, understand it by reading and making notes in your grammar notebook. Now comes to the 16th rule. Which rule? 16th rule of the subject and verb agreement. When fractions are used, the verb agrees with the object of the phrase. Okay, so what are the fractions? Fractions are based on the mathematics. See, half, 7 by 9, 3 by 4, whole, okay, 1 by 2. These all are called fractions. When the fractions are used, the verb agrees with the object of phrase. So the verb here, the verb should get agree with the object of the phrases. So phrases is a group of the words is called phrase. With the object of the phrase, the verb should get agree. For example, see, one half of the cake was consumed. One half of the cake was consumed. One fourth of the employees were attending the seminar. When there is only one half of the cake, okay, not cake is in the form of singular, then singular verb is being used. When one fourth of the employees are in the form of plural, then where in the form of plural verb is used. Understood, student? According to this rule, we have to practice this. Then comes to the 17th rule. Which rule? 17. What the rule number 17 says here? These nouns, which nouns? These nouns may be singular or plural in meaning. Let's say for example athletics, genetics, politics, gymnastics, statistic. Okay, these nouns may be singular or plural in meaning. Which are they? Athletics, genetics, politics, gymnastics and statistic. They may be singular or plural in meaning. Okay, when the noun refers to an organized activity, it is singular. When the noun refers to the activities of individual within a group or to varied activities, it is plural. So student, read this rule carefully and understand when I am reading. See for examples. With the help of the example, let's solve this rule. Gymnastic is very popular among girls. So here gymnastic, okay, athletics, genetics, politics, statistic. When these 5 words are used in the sentence, behind these words, which form of the verb we have to use? A singular form of the verb. See, gymnastic is in the form of plural but singular in meaning. Then we have used here is in the form of singular verb. Very popular among girls. Then the gymnastics shown in the field today were outstanding. Okay, the gymnastics shown in the field today were outstanding. See, this sentence is based on which one? When the noun refers to an organized activity, okay, it is singular. When the noun refers to the activities of individual within a group or to varied activities, it is plural. See, it is used in the form of singular. Gymnastics shown in the field today were outstanding. Okay, so here which form of the verb is used here? Where. Where is a singular verb. Okay, what it is? It is a singular verb. But gymnastic is used here in the form of singular meaning but in the form of plural. Understood? So this is what the rule number 17 says. So student, read the rule number 17 and have a look over this example. Then comes the rule number 18. The rule number 18 of the subject and verb agreement says the name of a country is always regarded as singular. So the name of the country is always regarded as singular. For example, the Bahamas has beautiful beaches. The Bahamas has beautiful beaches. The is used here. Then which form of the verb? Singular. Okay, Philippines is a wondrous place. So the name of the country, Bahamas and the Philippines. So here which form of the word we have to use? Singular form of the verb. Philippines is a wondrous place. Understood? So this form of the verb we have to use according to the rule number 18. Now let's begin with the rule number 19. The rule number 19 says here, adjectives used as noun are considered plural. So what for examples? Here, adjectives used as nouns are considered plural. So when do you know the adjective? Adjective is what? The word which defines the noun. Okay, the word which defines the noun is called adjective. The word which defines the noun and pronoun is called adjective. Fine. When this adjective is used as noun, okay, when these adjective turns into noun are considered plural. Okay, let's say for example, the poor are to be helped. The poor. Poor is a quality of the person, so it is an adjective. but poor is taken in the form of noun. So with this poor in the form of noun, which verb we have to use? Yes, we should use plural verb. R is used here. The efficient are what this country needs. Okay, the efficient means a very perfect one in a quantity manner. Then which form of the verb they have used with the efficient? Are, because here adjective efficient plays the role of noun. So that's why are is used here according to this rule. Okay. Now let's begin with another rule. Yes, now we have the rule number 20th. Yes, the rule number 20. Collective nouns. So student, what do we mean by collective nouns? Okay, the name of the persons or the group of the persons which is defined in a single name, it is called here collective nouns. Okay, collective nouns may be singular or plural depending on whether the individual members are acting individually or collectively. Okay, the group of the members are acting individually or collectively. Depending on it, we can judge it is singular or plural. Okay, here these nouns are, so that these nouns are company, group, committee, crowd, jury, flock, team. Okay, so when these all kinds of words or collective nouns comes and the members of these collective nouns, okay, performing individually or in a group, then we should differentiate in between singular or plural form of the verb. For examples here, the committee is against the plan. So the committee is in the form of plural. Okay, it is in the form of plural, but it is acting individually. Then is used here in the form of singular verb. Is against the plan. Acting collectively. Okay, singular. Here it is acting collectively, but the verb form is singular. Again, the committee are of different opinion. The committee are of different opinion. Here, acting individually, then it is plural. So the company or a committee, okay, they have some different opinion, then are is used here in the form of plural verb because it is acting individually. When it is acting collectively, then there we have to use singular verb. When it is acting individually, then there we have to use plural verb. Understood? So student, read this rules carefully and understand with the help of this example which is given here by pausing this video. Alright, now let's begin with the 21st rule. Rule number 21. In the use of mathematical expression, the following are accepted. Okay, when you use the mathematical expression, okay, in mathematics subject, then what are the examples? What are the form of the verb you have to use? 7 plus 3 is 10. 7 and 3 are 10. 5 times 2 are 10. 5 minus 2 is 3. So student, you can find out how they have used, the verb in the form of singular and plural, okay, according to the situation. See, you can read with the help of these examples. Okay, now comes to the rule number 22nd. Titles of books, plays, articles, movies, etc. So book is a group of the pages which tells the story. Plays is the drama. Articles is an article which is written there in the newspaper. Movies, what you see, etc. are regarded as singular even though words in the title may be plural. If these all things are regarded in the form of singular, then what happens even though words in the title may be plural? So the words of the title may becomes plural. For example, in Dreams Begin Responsibility is a story by D. Scotch. Story by D. Scotch. Okay, so here in Dreams Begin Responsibility. Dreams in the form of plural, but here the verb form is singular. Alright. Then Great Expectation under inverted comma is a must read novel. So the name of the novel is in the form of plural, but the verb here we have used singular. Is a must read novel. Then comes to the rule number 23. Yes, what rule number 23 says here? Names of organizations take a singular verb when the whole organization is referred to, and a plural verb when the members are referred to. When the name of the organization take a singular verb when the whole organization is referred individually, or and a plural verb when the name of the organization take plural verb when the members are referred to, when the members of the group or organization is referred. For example, let's say Lopez and Sons is a successful organization. So name of the organization is Lopez and Sons is a successful organization. Lopez and Sons are holding a 2-day annual meeting. Okay, when both the organization taken in the singular form, then a singular verb is used. When both of organization taken among plural form, then plural verb is used here. See, are is used and here is used. Is a singular verb and are is a plural verb. Understood? Okay. Now the rule number 24 here. The rule number 24 says if a sentence begins with the expletive it, the verb is always singular even if the subject that follows the verb is plural. For example, it is the school which must assume the responsibility. So here when it is used in the sentence, then the which verb here you have to fill it up is the singular form of the verb. So whenever you find the word it, with it you have to put singular verb. See, it is the schools which must assume the responsibility. It is us who must take care of the environment. Okay, according to this rule. What is this rule? If a sentence begins with the expletive it, the verb is always singular even if the subject that follows the verb is plural, and the subject which follows the verb, it should be in plural form. Okay, even when the subject is in the plural form after is, then there we should put is because it is there in the sentence, and it is always followed by singular verb, and here it is always followed by singular verb. Okay, then comes here another rule. Okay, so this is all about 24 rules of subject and verb agreement. So this last slide gives you a good luck. Okay, thank you. So student, here you have learned totally 24 rules about subject and verb agreement. So student, here I am going to give you homework. Please watch both the parts of the subject and verb agreement. Pause the video, write it down all the rules from beginning till end in your grammar notebook, and try to understand each and every rule thoroughly. Okay, if you have any doubts related to any rule, you can text there in my WhatsApp number, no issue. And one more thing, why we have taken the subject and verb agreement, because okay, in the gift of the Maggie you are going to do the exercise on subject and verb agreement, where you have to put singular verb there in the blank and plural verb there in the blank after reading the whole sentence. So when these rules are very perfect to you, then you can going to do that exercise without any doubts. So that's why have a glance and a thorough reading over this subject and verb agreements rule. Understood? For the time being, watch this video thoroughly, both video, and have a nice day. Bye bye.